Hello. If you've just started the SQL for data analysis free course at Udacity, then you've come across the Parch Posey database. I will show you how to load this database into Postgres via terminal. So basically what you do, you go to lesson 1, number 3, and in supporting materials you open the database on a new tab. And once you open that, you will want to copy all the information you have in there. So you use Command C or Control C. And then you go and open a text editor of your choice. I'll recommend you to use Visual Studio Code. It's very light and it works good on different programming languages. Once you open a new file in the text editor, you paste all the information, and once you have that, you want to save that file as a SQL format. So I will save this in a folder called PSQL in my desktop. You may want to save this in a folder of your choice, and you have to use this format or SQL, and then you can change the name. I will change it to Parch and Posey. It's important to remember where you've saved the file. So I will save it in this PSQL in my desktop, and once you have that, you can close this, and you open terminal, and you open Postgres using the, I will make this bigger, using the PSQL command. If you don't know how to set the PSQL command in terminal, I recommend that you watch this playlist, which is very easy to follow, and it goes hand in hand with the data analysis course at Udacity. Yeah, they are really good to understand Postgres. All right. So once you have PSQL open in terminal, you want to, I will make this a little bit bigger. You want to list the databases that you have already available. As you may see, I have a few. And by the way, the commands I'll be using here, you can learn them all in this course. And yeah, it is, I repeat, it's very easy to follow. So once you're in terminal, you want to create a new database for this Parch Posey problem, which I will call paper, because of the paper company. And once, as you may see, by launching the command L again, you will see that a new database has been created. Then you use the command \C to connect to this new database. Once you're in the new database, you want to load this file that we've just created. So in order to do that, we're going to use the command \I that reads any file that you give it to it, from what I understand. And what you do is you get info and you go to the section of where, and you copy this path that your computer gives you, and you copy it after the \I command. After this, you need to add a new slash and /, and then you want to read the file in here with the name uh, that you've saved it. Parch Posey, for in this case, don't misspelled anything, and use the at the end the .sql format. Then you press enter. What this does is basically it runs the code that it was in the file. Basically, all of this is data, and this is what it does to create a new table. And as you may see, when I do this describe, you may see that it has created 5 tables that it show us in this diagram. And these 5 tables, it basically have been created. So if I want to see, for example, the orders uh, table, you want to use the select, as you may see in the following exercises in Udacity. Select from orders, and you see that you have all this information. All the columns are there, and as you may see from the course, uh, when you do your first queries, you have an exercise where you want to see only ID, account ID, and occurred at from the orders table, and you can use this same command in terminal instead of using this interface, or using pgadmin, which I believe it is very useful, and I think it's much easier. At the beginning, you will see it is a lot harder, but it isn't. It is actually very easy to use and much faster, I think. So what you do next is, if I want to if I want to do that exercise, you will see that when I evaluate this, I have basically I have to have the same, right? So I have select ID, um, account ID, account ID, and the next one is was occurred at from orders. As you see, I have exactly the same thing that we have here. And from now on, you can just use terminal for all the following exercises. uh, I hope this is helpful for you, and yeah,